Hello guys, Boboshik here, and today I want to show you some clips of my road to Gladiator in BFA Season 1. The main reason I want to show all these clips is mainly because I had it laying around and it was quite a journey for like 5-6 days of just playing freeze, nothing else, and improving. And I thought it would be a waste to just dump these clips and never like show them to anybody. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're playing jungle versus Arambala, a really strong comp in Season 1. And we figured out that we always want to open on the mage and the rogue at the same time with stuns to stop their opener and make sure we stop polymorphs ASAP. My priest, as you can see, gets Novat, and you can see as well, and the rogue is out. The mage is casting polymorphs. My priest actually got DR cheap because he used death on the first one. My hunter trapped Paladin already and I'm still running in, so I was a little bit late with it. I should be like standing somewhere closer so we could instantly push in and make our goal. I stun the rogue, apply the bleeds, Moonfire spec, because that's what it was in Season 1, full bleeds applied. I have the mage on focus, not the Paladin, because I don't really care about interrupting the Paladin at all. Seems that jungle is mainly about the chains you can pull off with trap. You didn't have Cyclone in Season 1, so bash, trap, fear, mind controls, and you try to focus your kicks on stopping the polymorph so your priest can just free cast. Priest gets hodged, it's casting a polymorph. You can see we're splitting DPS at this point as well. My hunter is demolishing that mage because I have a range kick to stop the polymorphs, but my hunter kind of needs to be on the mage, we feel like, to stop those polymorphs. And he gets sacked as well by the paladin. Unfortunately, I didn't have any add-ons that showed all the debuffs or the buffs that they used or not the spells that I was using, but let's try and make the best of it. So we stop the polymorph. He spell stall turns just a bit before. The trap DR of the is almost off, so I bash him already quite early. Do a bleed on him. He gets feared, it breaks because I put the bleed on him. Bad play by me. My priest gets polymorphed. And I see that they're like going on me quite hard at this point as well. So I pop my wall, pop my renewal. I didn't play Feral Charge in Season 1 because I felt like against Arampala it was mainly about me just trying to survive their goes rather than having that a bit of extra mobility to run away. Again, bad play by me. I didn't realize that my hunter was calling out for a trap, so I started bleeding up the paladin as well. It was still like a really bad choice for me in the first place because we have so much CC to stop the paladin from healing. We could easily kill the mage, the rogue, or anything because the rogue already used his evasion, as you can see right here. Mage used temporal a bit before. Still has that ice block, but nothing too big. Nonetheless, we continue. I kicked the heal nonetheless to try to make up for it that we broke the trap. I maimed the paladin. Swapping back to the rogue now. You can see here that the mage was casting a greater pyroblast. Really clutch MC by my priest here to stop that greater pyro. Really well done. He's casting again that greater pyro. He will get this one off, so it seems. No biggie. I bear form it. Get hit by it. I pop taunts on myself. Not getting spell stolen just yet. Then you can see that they overlap. They pushed in for the hodge while casting that polymorph, knowing that maybe I was able to stop that polymorph cast. Nonetheless, they overlapped. Pretty okay by us. Sitting this kidney in bear form, so I'm not using my trinket nor my wall. I kick the repoly. Sitting in bear form, pulling that region just a bit before just to stabilize a little bit. Trying to be a bit defensive. Reapplying that rip. Temporal used by the mage, even though he's full HP. So we try to kill the rogue at this point. Bash the paladin because he used his second sacrifice, because in Season 1 paladins had 2 sacrifices instead of 1, like now. So we kind of stopped him, tried to put some pressure onto him, maybe force anything more than just that. Not getting it. Kicked the heal though. Standing inside that bubble that my priest just put down because he was afraid of getting polymorphed. He used his trinket nonetheless to actually fear him. Again, bad in a way that we actually start bleeding on the sack because my bleeds will break that fear right now. But I'm in the dome into a full kidney, but I'm really fine. You can see my HP is not even moving. Doing really well. Bleed is still rolling. Waiting for that paladin, hoping he starts casting some because I swapped my focus to him. He has a full trap off, the bob on the rogue. Priest trying to dispel it, just playing Moonfire to get the 5 combo points going. So I can go out with a full rip. Maim the paladin instead. Trying to delay that heal just as long as I can. Rogue vanished, gets flared out. You can just see that I'm like hovering between the two targets, just waiting for that moment that I can either kick the paladin, not really caring about the polymorph at all at this point, kick the paladin full, and this will actually make the rogue die. So in the opener, I feel like that you should focus on the mage mainly to stop their goes, and at one point when you're like somewhat ahead of their defensive cooldowns, you can start playing more offensive by focusing your kicks on the healer, or at least that's how I felt like jungle was meant to be played in season 1. Yeah, I mean, exciting games against Arampala. I feel like we did really well against them. There are many more clips to come versus that matchup. But yeah, I think the MMR, we're gonna see it in just a second. I see right here, it's 2300 MMR. That's like what we somewhat started at. Really fun matchup to face. Facing a lot more of these at like the higher MMR as well. But yeah, can't wait for like to show the next clip. Here we're facing a Kitty Cleave. I think it's like 1 or 2 Kitty Cleaves in the whole season 1 that we actually faced. So we open on the warrior because his arms doesn't even have that insane self-healing like Fury has. So we had like the main goal of trying to kill the arms warrior and make sure that the feral had full bleed supplies as well. So the paladin had either to use his bobs to get the bleeds off one of either, or to full sacks ASAP. Yeah, they're pretty much a rush comp. They try to focus me because they have that MS. I have my taunts up. You can see the damage I'm doing. The paladin is like panicking slightly, using that sacrifice, and the warriors using that die by the sword. So they have to push in insanely hard. My priest grips me. I used my trinket and used 1 wall already, trying to maintain the damage. See you sack. I always had like the habit to call out that we should swap to the paladin, maybe force anything more out of it, since the paladin already used trinket a bit before that to get that sacrifice off. Use this wall. Maybe on a later stage in the game we can actually force more out of it. So full bleeds on the paladin. The sacrifice is running off. You can see I'm like dropping really low. My is just sitting 1 hodge. The damage I'm doing is really high. I should have started running way earlier, but like I said, like it's the first season of BFA. And I'm not playing with the wild charge either. I was playing like always a rather defensive build with a lot of self-healing. Nonetheless, doing okay in DPS. This was like fairly high. My paladin is like full mint with the main talent, so it was like the hodge into the DR bash, and the main was like an incapacitate in season 1. So like he's sitting at full incapacitate into a blinding light of the holy paladin, sitting in that bear form, popping my second wall, used my regen a bit before. I'm completely fine. That's why I played defensive build. Another sack, so I called out again, swap to the paladin. The bleeds are taking on the sack target anyway, so he's taking that damage plus the damage he's getting on himself. You can see the full bash. I'm dropping really low here as well. Paladin is slightly panicking. I kicked the paladin on his heel as well, so you can see actually he fake casted me, so it's like a really good fake cast by him. But you can see that everybody's like dropping really hard. The warrior is like dropping low. The feral had to be bobbed point as well, so we used the sack. The bob is used as well. We're doing really well, I would say. I'm dropping insanely low at like 4%, like 1 more hit actually would have been the game. I get a lucky shield with the rapture on for my priest. I'm sitting in bear form, pop my regen, stabilizing again. You can see it back to 50% HP while my priest is spam healing me. And again, that guardian affinity with the frenzied regen, it does so much. Try to turn around the game here. Root on the warrior to try outguide it, so the paladin actually has to dispel it. Use his bubble as well, a bit offensively. Again, pre-bared the stun, really good for us, taking nearly no damage into this. My priest gets hodged here as well. Paladin is like struggling. You can see the warrior is like at 30%, the druid is like at 14%. Barely anything, but doing really well in DPS and damage output. They used almost all the defensive. They have no walls, no bobs I think either, no bubble and no sacrifices left. So you can see here the struggle. I'm just running towards paladin because the paladin realizes I have my kick ready. I don't really care about applying the bleed at this point. I just want to make sure that I can stop any of the cast. I bash the paladin at this point, no trinket. You can see here, like they're all just dropping. The warrior just dies randomly from some random dots, and the druid dies as well. So yeah, these were like kind of the first 2 matchups I actually want to face, really, like show you even, like really badly. 2300 MMR. The first matches about around like decent-ish MMR at like I think 31st of October this was. So BFA is out for 2 months, I think, that we start like actually pushing the ratings and maybe obtaining that gladiator. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these clips, and if you want to see more, make sure to like press the follow button and don't forget to subscribe. I also have a Discord that I will link in the description. If you have any questions regardless, or want to see any specific content, or even have questions about freeze, jungle, or like feral in general, feel free to hit me up there. And I hope you stay tuned and keep following the road to gladiator. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next one. Bye bye.